Welcome, everyone. Today, we address a critical turning point for Disco Corporation. We have long been defined by our mastery of the Kiru, Kezuru, and Migaku, cut, grind, polish technologies. However, as we enter the era of generative AI and advanced packaging, being an equipment leader is no longer enough. We are facing an evolutionary imperative. This presentation outlines our strategy to transform from a high-precision hardware vendor into a process architect. The goal is to move beyond selling individual machines to engineering the entire advanced packaging lifecycle. By utilizing inorganic growth, targeted M&A, and venture investments, we will bridge the gaps in our current portfolio. We are not just maintaining our market share, we are rebuilding our moat to secure our margins for the next decade of semiconductor innovation. It is time to evolve or risk becoming a legacy hardware provider in an integrated process world. To understand our path forward, we must look at three distinct horizons. Currently, we sit at the apex of current strategy, holding a dominant 70 to 80% global share in dicing saws and 60 to 70% in grinders. Our high margins are driven by deep integration with titans like TSMC and Samsung. But the invisible horizon is shifting. Value is rapidly moving from the perfect physical cut to the integrated packaging process required for HBM and 2.5D/3D chiplets. Our action pillar, becoming the holistic architect, requires strategic M&A to secure an end-to-end ecosystem. We must transform our precision hardware into intelligent, self-optimizing networks. Crucially, we will do this without diluting our corporate purity. Every acquisition must either physically enhance our core hardware or digitally integrate our machines into the AI data center era. We are not operating in a vacuum. Our competitors are moving with unprecedented aggression to build comprehensive ecosystems. Look at the timeline. Lam Research acquired Novellus and ESGI to advance plasma simulation. KLA secured the electronics value chain by acquiring Orbotech for $3.3 billion. More recently, Applied Materials partnered with Besi to dominate hybrid bonding, while ASML's venture arm is aggressively investing in optics and AI startups. These rivals are no longer just selling tools, they are selling integrated manufacturing solutions. Remaining a pure-play hardware provider is becoming increasingly risky in this integrated process world. If we do not act now to secure the surrounding technologies, we risk being boxed into a niche, while our competitors dictate the data and orchestration standards of the modern fab. This matrix provides a sobering look at our current standing against industry giants like AMAT, KLA, and Lam Research. While Disco owns the cut, grind, and polish domain, we have significant capability gaps in 5 key areas: chiplet/advanced packaging, smart factory automation, process and material control, AI-specific tools, and ESG sustainability. Currently, we do not own the data, the advanced chiplet integration software, or the automated smart fab orchestration that our customers now demand. These empty boxes represent our vulnerability, but they also serve as our strategic shopping list. Our competitors are already using AI and data analytics to optimize yields. To maintain our leadership, we must fill these gaps by acquiring the software and sensory intelligence needed to make our machines think, as well as they cut. As we expand, we must adhere to a strict, strategic maxim. We will not dilute our corporate purity. At our heart is KKM dominance, the highly profitable precision hardware that defines Disco. Our expansion follows a ripple effect. First, we target immediate adjacencies, like hardware and process enhancers. This includes fluid control, thermal management, and deep draw precision parts to make our physical machines faster and AI geometry ready. Second, we look to next general frontiers, the ecosystem and integration layer. This involves smart fab software, advanced packaging substrates, and even medtech crossovers. The goal is clear. Every acquisition target must either physically enhance KKM hardware or digitally integrate our machines into the AI HBM process flow. We are growing our reach while strengthening our core. Our search for the evolutionary imperative is global. We have identified a target ecosystem consisting of 20 PE-backed structural targets and 5 VC-backed agile innovators. In North America, we see 8 targets focused on deep tech and infrastructure. Europe offers 8 targets specializing in smart fabs, advanced substrates, and medtech leaps. Asia provides 4 critical targets to secure the core semiconductor ecosystem in pre- and post-processing. Additionally, we are tracking 5 global VC startups that act as gap fillers for agile software and sensors. This geographic diversity ensures that we are not just buying companies, but we are also embedding ourselves into the world's most innovative tech hubs. By engaging with global private equity and venture capital, we can bypass years of internal R&D and immediately secure the process architect title. A major part of our strategy is what I call upgrading the dumb iron. This means securing the ultimate physical infrastructure and supply chain resilience. We have identified targets like I-core systems for fluid mastery and Layer 0 for power stability, ensuring our machines operate flawlessly in AI fabs. For structural manufacturing, ADD, MAN, and Fathom provide industrial 3D printing for complex cooling structures. We also look at National MFG and Hudson Tech for deep draw metals to house our sensors. Finally, IND Inc. and Resonetics offer life extension services and entry into the high-margin medtech market. By integrating these physical players, we aren't just buying parts. We are securing the foundational hardware excellence that allows our Kiru, Kezuru, Migaku core to perform under the extreme demands of next-gen chips. The transition from silicon to resin interposers is a massive shift for our Kezuru grinding business. To lead this, we are looking at Semasis in Italy to secure the blueprint for high-end PCB and resin grinding. In the thermal and ion domain, integrating Centrotherm and IBS will allow us to pair our KABRA technology with high-temp processing for the 6/GaN lifecycle. On the factory floor, automation is king. U-Blocks offers ultra-precise tracking for wafer transport, while SynergyCAD provides real-time test feedback during the cutting process. Perhaps most ambitiously, 1X in Norway offers AI humanoid deployment for fully autonomous cleanroom maintenance. These moves ensure that Disco machines are not just isolated islands, but are the central intelligent hubs of the future automated fab. To dictate the entire advanced packaging standard, we must move into chemistry and pre-processing. HPSP in South Korea is a world monopoly target. Their high-pressure hydrogen annealing is essential for optimizing transistors before they ever reach our dicing saws. We are also eyeing Taiyo Holdings for their dominance in solder-resist chemistry and FICT for high-layer AI packaging substrates. The ultimate co-creation lies with Kioxia, where deepening ties will allow us to develop 3D processing recipes years ahead of the market. By owning the chemistry, the substrates, and the thermal prep, we ensure that the industry's cutting and grinding standards are built around our machines. This is how we move from being a vendor to a vital partner that dictates the rules of the game. Hardware needs a brain. Our VC startup targets provide the sensory and metrological layers we currently lack. Chiplet, US gives us full-stack AI chiplet design and 3DIC routing capabilities. EN2CORE and Hinalea provide the brain through deep AI analytics and hyperspectral imaging for real-time defect detection during the cut. To enhance our physical processing, Fortegas offers ultra-small sensors for predictive maintenance, and Lidratech provides liquid laser dicing for zero-debris cutting of SiC and GaN. These 5 startups represent the digital upgrade of our KKM core. By integrating these technologies, we transform our dumb iron into a smart system that can predict failures, optimize its own yields, and provide the data insights that modern semiconductor giants crave. To fund our future, we must ruthlessly prune our past. History proves that Disco thrives on purity. Legacy non-core assets, such as HR services or precision parts businesses that no longer offer synergy with our AI-era goals, must be divested. We have identified candidates like 23 Inc. and Technisco, which we already divested, as models for this strategy. We should route these assets to global OSATs like Amcor, ASE, or BASE, who require broad supply chain operations. Divestment is not a sign of weakness. It is a strategic liberation of capital and C-suite bandwidth. By shedding these distractions, we ensure that every ounce of Disco's energy is focused on the evolutionary imperative and our transformation into a process architect. This is the final vision. We are moving from a vendor who sells machines to a vital partner who engineers the entire advanced packaging lifecycle. Look at this mandala of technology. Disco and KKM remain at the center, but they are now surrounded and supported by metrology and AI insights from Fortegas and Hinalea, smart fab automation from U-Blocks and 1X, and advanced substrates from Taiyo and FICT. The gaps we identified earlier are now filled. Our mode is rebuilt, and our margins are secured. We are no longer just cutting wafers. We are orchestrating the physical and digital flow of the world's most advanced AI chips. This holistic approach makes Disco indispensable to the global semiconductor ecosystem for the next generation. Finally, we have our timeline for execution. We must act with speed because the window for consolidation in the AI semiconductor space is closing. Days 1 to 60 are for the evaluate phase, authorizing task forces for top priority targets like HPSP, ICOR, and SOMASYS. Days 60 to 120 mark the initiate phase, opening CVC dialogues with our 5 Vanguard startups to launch immediate proof-of-concept integrations at our Chino and Kiru factories. Finally, days 120 to 180 cover the divest phase, initiating formal talks for non-core assets to unlock the necessary capital. Our mastery of Kiru, Kezuru, Migaku got us to where we are today, but only our mastery of the entire ecosystem will keep us at the top. Let's begin the evolution. 180 days to secure our future. 180 days to become the process architect.